Well, wait for a few minutes and see if anybody comes in. I know it's late for some people this Friday night. It happens. I was getting a little bored. I was playing. Come here, Spider. Uh, I was playing some GTA 5. Um, and sorry, I'm still setting all this stuff up. But anyways, I was playing some GTA 5, and some kids were coming after me and trying to grief me, as they say. And I've probably been playing GTA 5 since those kids were two, 2 or 3 years old. And let's just say I turned the tides on things pretty quickly. It was fun. And then I got bored of killing the probably 12-year-old kids. Got bored of killing them and decided, you know what? I'm going to go down to the studio and play around with this Boga model that I've been super, super excited about. So here we are. I know it's late. I apologize. Okay, I got to turn this volume off on this. So, yeah, this is the tailpiece that I'm working on now. I'm still gonna wait for a few people to show up. If well, we'll see if anybody shows up. If not, I'll just shut up and leave it live, and we can figure it out. We'll see what happens. Right now, I'm just gonna position this camera, my phone, to whatever works. I think that looks good. Camera's a little bit in my way, but at least I can get the stuff. Or should I go more? Maybe I should go more overhead. Let's go overhead. Let's try that. All right. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. That's a good view. That gives us some wiggle room to play around. Let me adjust this armature here. All right. Here we go. I think I like that. Oh, you know what's missing is some music. I think we need some music. If you're tuning into this now, or you watch this live stream later, I have no idea where I was going to go with that. I lost something some of you might need to know about me. I have ADD, and when I'm in the process of trying to multitask and set things up and stuff, I tend to hyper focus on specific things in order to have task completion, which is pretty important when you have ADD or ADHD. It's hard to concentrate on that stuff sometimes. And, it's like the old saying, I don't know if it's a saying, but, you're doing something and all of a sudden it's like, a butterfly. And then you go chasing the butterfly, and then you see a cute puppy, and then you stop and chase the puppy, or whatever. Yeah, that's my life. So I apologize if I lose track of things I say sometimes, or with a train of thought that I'm going on, but it happens, especially when I'm trying to multitask. Uh, and forgive me, you guys are with me here while I'm trying to set up some background music on Pandora Okay, I found the search. I'm not very good at the smart TV that I have either. Okay, there's Pandora. Okay, Pandora. Okay, yeah. Hopefully, I don't have any like copyright infringement crap. So, um, lately, when I've been working in the studio, there's this group. I think it's just one guy. When he has live stuff, he plays with other people, but they're called Lanterna, Lanterna. Their music's strictly instrumental and just really, really relaxing, and I enjoy listening to it a lot when I'm working. So if you hear music in the background like that, um, that's who that is. And hopefully they never come after me for copyright shit. Um, but if you like what you hear, and I'm hopefully covering my butt a little bit, if you do like the music in the background, absolutely support these guys or this guy, whoever Lanterna is. If you like what you hear and you know, I encourage you to go out and purchase it. Yeah, it's a slow start tonight. That's all right. I'm still walking around in my studio trying to get some things together. It's kind of weird talking to myself. I don't. I'm not one of those people that talk to myself out loud. My wife does that. Shit trips me out. It's not just my wife. A lot of people I know talk to themselves out loud, which is what I'm doing right now, and it feels really odd. Oh, I'm just kind of cruising around my studio right now and like cleaning up my workstation a little bit from some clutter, waiting to see if anybody else shows up. At the same time, I came down to specifically live stream this type of shit. Um, I'm in the midst of starting another project, a new one. Obi-Wan Kenobi rides Boga, and coming out of just finishing another project, two projects. So I'm sorry if I'm a little sidetracked here, but these things have to these things have to happen. Am I able to zoom my screen out? No, I can't. Okay. Okay, so that chunk needs to be taken off of there. See, now I'm starting. I've kind of accomplished a few things around the studio that I wanted to get done. I had previously glued this portion of the statue, and I realized that I had prematurely glued one piece because um, the other piece didn't fit. The it didn't it, it didn't put together the way I thought. You have to put it's a little weird. You have to put these two pieces together first and then glue them onto the body. I think that's right. Or I have it backwards. Yeah, I think it's yeah. And instead, it's because of the way they lock together right here, which these two pieces printed pretty weird, but on the surface they printed okay. These gaps aren't anything I'm too concerned about. until later when I should be concerned about them. So I'm kind of just trying to figure out how this all fits back together. I think I need to cut this piece off. This broke off from the other side when I had to pull them apart. I need something a little stronger to break that off. How's everybody doing? See, we got a couple people in the chat now. We're watching. Feel free to say hello. I gotta grab a little pair of pliers or something to pull this piece off, so bear with me. This is Boga's tail. So if you want, like, that's my arm. This is just her tail, and that's my full arm. So give you a sense of scale. Not sure if you got here when I was talking about it a second ago, but I had prematurely glued a piece on that I shouldn't have, and realized later that I needed to glue these two pieces together before I actually glued them onto the base of the tail. So, if that makes sense. So, okay. This piece I need to pull off. So, if you're bored, I'm sorry. I completely understand. I'm going through the prep stages of this, and I was bored upstairs and decided that I wanted to just go downstairs and start doing these little menial tasks with this print before I actually start getting to the point where I can paint it, which is my favorite part, of course. And this is all the tedium that takes place before you get to do that. So, there we go. So what I'm doing now is trying to figure out what part in this curve is preventing it from matching up better up here. And the other option is I just start putting glue on it and hold it into this position where the seam's pretty small. And then that leaves me with whatever back here. And then, see, like this little support that's stuck right there. That's something that's going to impede the fit. So we gotta make sure we pluck that off. Cut these back. And I'm probably gonna want to sand this down. I don't know if you can see that. There's a lot of support bumps in there. Am I not seeing the chat? Am I missing the chat? Is anybody chatting? Do I need to turn my tablet sideways? There it is. There, I'll start it by talking to myself. Alright. I feel like I just want to glue these together and slap them on the right way, of course. So, okay, some of this is impeding progress as well. Got myself a shiny new blade. And then I got this little wireless bad boy here. I'm going to use that to do some quick trimming on this. It's pretty cool. It's got, so during these live streams, I'm going to be doing a lot of product review um, with some of the new stuff I'm trying out here. So this guy came with a whole bunch of different bits. I've kind of reviewed this in other ones, so forgive me if you've seen this before. But anyhow, this is a great little tool. Absolutely love this thing. Got it on Amazon. I will at some point leave the link in the description when I publish this video. I'll try to remember that. It's a little bit of a pain that you got to use an Allen wrench to tighten the chuck on it, but at the same time, it's like, there's your Allen wrench, and it goes in right there. And that's the charging port right here, too. Yeah, it works great. Love this little guy. And it's dead silent. It's running right now. Can't hear it. So I'm going to use that to just kind of go over and clean up a couple of spots. Was it this piece? No, it was the other one. So here. And my battery might be getting a little low on this guy. Or it's got different speeds. So now we're on high speed. Using a larger sander would probably be a little more conventional, I'm guessing, at this point. But I'm not trying to create a whole shit ton of dust right now. I've never really quite put her together as a mock-up yet, so I'm doing it as I go. I say her because her name is Boga, and she is a female. What's the name of the creature? I'm totally losing it now. A Varactyl. That's in the Star Wars universe. She's a Varactyl, and that's why her name is Boga and not Bogo. Okay. Well, that came off nice. Good. This resin can be a little brittle, which if you're using your cutters and stuff right, that can work to your advantage. All right, that feels quite a bit better. Let's get some glue. So I'm going to be trying some different types of glue on this one. I'm using Glue Master's Thick Viscosity for a lot of it. Stuff that I know is going to come together real easy. Oh, I just broke the tip off of this. Awesome. Okay, let's do something really quick and easy and switch the tips since I broke this one. Like butter. Love it. Okay. Now I just need to remember to close this up. I need more glue anyways. So here we go. Let's do some glue. Let's do some glue, bro. Stuff's so good. Fortunately, this stuff's really not that pungent at all. In fact, probably because I'm a smoker and there's gnarly fires going on in California right now, my olfactory senses aren't working as well as they should be. All right. Ooh, what was that? Some slippage. Anybody got any special plans this weekend? Leave a comment in the comment in the chat. I hope my chat is working correctly. Right now, I'm just holding these two together while this glue sets a little bit. Obviously. Okay, that's holding up pretty well. Now, one thing I like to do to kind of speed up the the glue process because yeah, because I want to speed things up. I'll take some UV resin, any kind of resin, it doesn't matter. You can use clear, whatever. I just happen to have this right in front of me. So I already put some super glue down, and instead of holding on to it and waiting for it to dry and all that shit, I just take some UV resin, do a quick little bead on there, and there's our holder. Hang on to that for me now. And then just to make sure it's like nice and strong grip, you can, doesn't take a lot, just let it kind of run down in there. Get your UV light on there, and that'll hold on to the joints for me while the glue dries. So there we go. So another cool thing that I could talk to you about, because this is one of the reasons why I came down here tonight, was I bought these rollers that they're textured rollers, and so you can use putty or clay, whatever, um, and use these rollers to create different textures on whatever it is you're working on. Well, I happen to be working on Boga, and she's got some, kind of an interesting scale pattern on her. And obviously, I want to imitate those scales on these seams to get this looking as seamless as possible. There's different ways to do that. One method is to put some baby powder on the surface, um, just so it doesn't stick. And then you take a hot glue gun and you squirt some hot glue on the area, like let's say you put baby powder right here. And then you're going to put hot glue gun, uh, use the hot glue to squeeze onto this section, and it's going to make an imprint. And you let that hot glue dry, and the baby powder lets you separate the pieces. And then on the other side of the glue gun, or the hot glue, once it's dried and solidified, you have a stamp. So you can take your putty and then you use that stamp to stamp out the scales. So there's that. The other method is you have rollers, or anything that's textured, and I found these on Amazon. I'm gonna try one or two of them out, but there's a whole bunch of different ones. I think it came with 9 pieces, and I wanted to share these with you guys. So sorry I dropped them. So anyhow, we've got all kinds of different textures that you can make imprints of. Some of them are negative relief, and others are not. And what is that? Bas relief, I think, is what they call that. Am I wrong? I forget. lots of different textures, and I thought maybe this one. Now that I'm looking at her scales, maybe not so much this one. We'll check that out in a second. And then there's this guy. And then this is the one I was thinking might work really well with her scales. So we'll set that one aside. Or was it this one? Okay, anyway, we'll set this one aside too. It looks like a little it looks like an asteroid. It's got like I could like they could have used this. Hey, what's up, Jerry? Yeah, this looks like a little asteroid. Jerry, these are the texture rollers I was telling you about, or I showed you. Um, so yeah, I brought these down because I was curious to see how they match up with Boga's scales, and now that I've looked at three of them that look like they would be a close match, we can check those out together. So her scale pattern's pretty tight. I feel like that's the one right there. Like I think I think that one's out, but it's a second place maybe. And then this one, I think that one's too tight. But this one, that literally looks like, if I put a little bit of putty, a bead of putty on that I could roll this over it, and it's damn near close going to match. I could also overlap it a little bit and then feather it out on the edges to make it kind of blend in with the scales on the side. I know I'm totally overthinking it, but that's my thought, and yeah, definitely gonna try that. So we're gonna set that bad boy aside. I'm gonna keep it with the other one that I picked. What'd you say, Jerry? Yeah, it does look good, man. I'm impressed with it. I I I haven't tried it yet though, so I gotta try it. Washing off my hands a little bit here. Okay. That might need to be cut off. Okay. Yeah, just kind of hanging out tonight. I got bored killing 12-year-olds upstairs playing GTA 5. My wife's exhausted from the week, so she's crashing out already. And I was like, you know what? I'll go downstairs and play in the studio and answer some of these questions I've been asking myself about this shit. Um, Something else I've never tried before is milliput. So I ordered some of that. Trying to watch on your TV, but it wasn't live. Kept going. Oh, I hope that's not on my end. If there's lag, I apologize. Expose that for a good minute. Make sure all that resin's nice and developed. Oh, okay, good. So I got I basically recently, because of the lag I was having here down in the studio, I got these. It's like a Wi-Fi extender from our internet service. We have Spectrum. I don't know if they're a thing out back east or anything, but anyhow, it's a Wi-Fi extender. I have it plugged in here next to my studio. So hopefully I'm not getting any issues with like lag time and shit like I used to. Duolingo constantly reminding me to do my language classes. Thank you, Duolingo. So I'm studying, aside from my busyness doing everything fuck else I do. Yeah, definitely. I think it does really like my security cameras and everything here in my studio all like connect instantly now. And I feel like I definitely have better signal like when I play music on Pandora and shit, it doesn't need to buffer or anything. So, I think it's working. So, let me see here. Okay, that's got to flip around. All right. So, what's not matching up? Y'all get to see me glue together a big piece right now. This thing is so freaking huge. I'm actually going to have to abandon uh, this. My paint bench isn't big enough for it. So I have this collapsible airbrush table. I'll just show you guys really quick. So this table where the base is, that's this is where the project's probably all going to come together. I'm going to probably have to clear that space over by my printer. My printer's inactive right now because I'm working on this. Um, so yeah, I think I'm gonna have to move all this stuff over because I'm assembling Boga right now, and as soon as I'm done with her, she's probably gonna get hung by wires or some shit. I don't know where I'm gonna put her, but then I'm gonna start working on the base. And then from the base, once the base is mostly assembled, which I'm gonna do in sections, there's kind of like this lower section. I'll call that section one, and then section two is this middle section, and I'm gonna glue the middle section together by itself and leave it separate from this because the path of electricity. I know it's fucking massive, dude. But the path of accidentally turned off my phone. So the electrical component, the battery compartment, is going to be somewhere over here, and then I'm gonna have to have wires come up through it to this antenna array, which like sits over here. Like, okay, yeah, see that little spot? That's where it fits into. So it sits about there on the base. And then my idea is that this antenna here, um, if you watch the short, um, you can see where I had the antenna set up. This antenna is going to be the actual button that triggers everything. So it'll be slightly elevated up here. You won't even notice it unless you're looking for it. But you'll be able to push this down, push it down, and that's going to trigger the soundboard, which I have no idea where I'm going to put the speaker. I think I might put the speaker in here or something. It's going to be somewhere, but it's got to be like facing whoever pushes the button. So anyhow, you'll push the button, the lightsaber will ignite, and the soundboard and all the little blinky lights and stuff will start blinking, and then the soundboard is going to play the scene um, in Revenge of the Sith where Obi-Wan Kenobi gets on Boga, and you can hear her making all of her sounds and shit as she's running after General Grievous with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Epic scene, like one of my favorite scenes in Revenge of the Sith. That's why I was so stoked when I found out. SW3D Studios, thank you guys, by the way. I was so stoked when I found out they were doing this model. I just had no idea that they were going so big with it. So here we are. Okay, I actually need to back the camera up a little bit. So just trying to find any little thing that might be holding it back from fitting into place better than it can. Because keep in mind, I've got all this. It's still building out. Like, this is where her belly. Oops, shit. This is where her belly starts. Like, this is her back leg, obviously. And then her belly starts here. And then Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to be, like, over here. Is where the saddle is. I mean, she's. Like, this is the start of the saddle. I mean, this thing is fucking huge. Like, this is just bonkers. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna like start spitting some glue everywhere and see what happens. So what's on the other side? That's where her other leg goes. All right. Oh, sorry, Jerry. I was forgetting to look at my chat for a second there. Okay, basically, go big or go home. I think so. Which key are you thinking? This one here or this one up here? I'm not feeling like it's the key. Like the gap down there in between is good. What I usually like to do is I'll put a little glue on something and then, you know, put it on and then pull it off and see where the glue's contacting on the other half. And I've got some pretty good contact points. But then, of course, I'm going to use a little bit of resin to hold it together too. And either way, this thing's going to fit together pretty good. If it doesn't, it just gives me an excuse to buy a new, larger printer that can handle bigger pieces, so I don't have to worry about filling so many fucking gaps. I almost feel like I need a clamp. Let's see here. No, I don't like that idea. I tend to be a little punk rock sometimes. You know, there's only so much you can try to get perfectly perfect and shit. So sometimes you just gotta say fuck it. This resin isn't bonding well. I'm wondering if I didn't shake it enough. Yeah, it's still gooey even after hitting it with some UV light. Try this again. This probably isn't going to be a super long live stream tonight, FYI. I am absolutely exhausted from this week. Working in near 100-degree weather. Yeah, I know. It's not that hot, but I live by the beach, so to me, 98 degrees and shit, that sucks. I don't like it. All right. Yeah, maybe I didn't shake it enough. Now it seems like it's really sturdy on there. Let it expose a little bit more. I just have the Anycubic M7 Photon, Anycubic Photon Mono M7 Pro. Ugh. Um, and I want to upgrade to the M7 Max. And I'm going to upgrade to the M7 Max before too long, but right now is not the time. Oh, dude, you wait. You got one? Ah, I'm I'm very curious about the GK3. I always see it on your dad's channel. Um, my problem is like I one of my problems is that I'm kind of already addicted to Anycubic software, hardware. Um, their user interface is really nice, and um, yeah, I like them. But I've been looking at those GK3s and stuff, and yeah, I mean they're phenomenal, but I don't really want to spend more than like 800. I mean, if it's a little over 800 after tax and everything, fine. News. He has a GK3 Pro, the Ultra. Oh yeah, see, I want the Ultra. I'm a little jealous, Jerry. I want the Ultra so I can do stuff like this, but I can do, like this whole section at once instead of having to segment it and, worry about pieces fitting together. I mean, this is going to take a lot of work. And then I've got to make it cohesive enough to where her feet and everything like fit into the base that she sits in, you know. And then I got to fill all that in. I'm not scared. I ain't scared, but it's a lot of work. And if I had a bigger printer, which I just simply can't afford right now, not at this moment, probably close to Christmas time, I'll be upgrading. Um, but yeah, I mean, until then, I got to get a little punk rock with my shit and do this kind of stuff, and then just make it work. Which don't be scared. Just reading your thing. Um, nah, I'm never scared. No, that doesn't sit in my playbook. But anyhow, yeah. So now I got to find the other two pieces, the next 2 to 4 pieces that fit back here. I had her all together at once. See, I got this is all shit I'm not gonna do tonight. Sanding off all these support bumps and stuff. I ain't even bother with that. I gotta cut these off. That's for another live session. Get those off. Okay, so this is I think that looks like something I'm gonna need soon. I don't know. No. Yeah, I had all this kind of mapped out for a second, but that was just a second. But this is the part I am on now. So I'll just pull all these out. Start trying to piece together this puzzle fuckery. Christ. This is such a big ass model. And here's this part. And then that's her head in here. Oh, there's one more part of the body, part of the saddle. So yeah, this is all her head. Her head looks insane. I'm gonna play around with that for a second. Because I'm just dicking around right now anyways. That. Oh yeah, her tongue has to go in first. Forgot about that. I'm actually thinking about, I'm gonna paint the tongue first, so I can really get at everything, and then I'll insert it into her body or into the body of her head. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, so that kind of locks it into place. And then I'm going to have to fill these gaps and sculpt out these scales. Same on this side. This one's going to be a lot of work. And this is her nose piece here. And then she's got the feathers and stuff. Her feathers and everything go to these parts right here. It's like a crown. Oh, wait a minute. I think I see something here. Oh, yeah. Okay, there's her neck. So at least I know that goes there. I mean, dude, it still blows me away how freaking huge this thing is. The sculpt work is absolutely fantastic, though. I mean, it's hard to be patient cleaning this thing up and getting it ready for paint. We'll keep that neck piece in here because that's for that anyways. Let's set that aside for later. What time is it here? Oh, fuck, it's 9:30. I'm already fading. Oh, maybe I should order a couple of beers. Yeah, it is a big puzzle, Jerry. You ain't kidding, my friend. Let's see here. Just looking for pieces to match up with. Process of elimination. Nope. 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 We'll find one. We'll find one. Like that. Nope. maybe we won't. Okay. Jesus. Wait, oh. No. Damn it. Thought I had one for a second there. Oh, maybe it's... Is that for that side? Ah, okay. We have a piece. There's one. So now we need to find this part for the bottom. Get out of here. Let's see here. So that goes... Oops. I'm backwards. There we go. Goes like that. So, okay, yeah, see, you got two keys here that are going to lock in the top piece. Oh, I hope that's not the mate. It can't be. Oh, if that's the mate, boy, that's a terrible fit. That can't be it. Ah, good. Thank God. I was like, what the fuck? There we go. And now we got to make sure that we got to figure out the bottom two pieces now to make sure we don't have to glue this whole section at once and then fit it into place on here, which I feel like is where it's going. No, I did not. Yeah, sorry if I'm lagging, Jerry. I have to look over at my screen. No, it came separate. I didn't have to cut anything. So So I need something with straps. With a negative key. That ain't it. Nope. Feel like we're getting warmer. Oh, dude. Where is it? Oh, shit. It's like, there's the straps. I see the straps. Okay, that's obviously not it. So we need strap pieces. That's not going to be it. Okay. This one, maybe? No. 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 Does it go on the other side? No. Okay. If someone sees the piece, fucking tell me. That's not it. Nope. I mean, that's close. But not it. Ah, boom. There it is. Whoop, there it is. Okay, cool. Then obviously I'm going to have to shave these fuckers off to get it to fit. Let's do that right now. I don't think I'm going to glue these tonight. It is more fun. I don't know if I'm going to glue these tonight just because I need to sand some stuff to make them fit better. And, oh, shit. Oh, my God, really? Okay, there's that one. There's that one. Okay, here we are. What's what? Oh my god, I'm so lost. Nope. Oh, Jesus. I can tell I'm getting tired because I'm getting impatient with myself. That's not gonna be it. I just fucking had all these pieces. Laugh it up, Jer. Laugh it up. It is more fun. Okay, I need to not. Did I put a piece somewhere I shouldn't have? I did. Okay. That ain't it. Or is it? That is it. Okay. Alright, everything else needs to fuck off. You know? There, I got it. So that all actually fits together pretty damn well. I would just want to clean up this side right here. These are nice and clean. Yeah, I think this one's a go. Let's go. Let's do it. Okay. Jerry, you need to start a YouTube channel so I can go and clown you. This wants to keep sliding around. It's pissing me off. That's another reason why I like using the resin method on seams and when you're gluing shit, because it really does hold stuff together for you. Just put a little bead of it like that. I wish I had like a little crew of Oompa Loompas I could hire to do this. It'd be a lot more entertaining. Oh yeah, I remember talking to you about that. I have momentary lapses of short-term memory loss. Depends on where I'm at when you tell me the thing that you told me that I forgot. And yeah. Cool. All right. I think we're good there. Let's just double check where these guys marry up. There. All right. My main thing right now is getting her all, at least her body. I think I'm going to leave the legs off for the time being. But I just want the snake part of her body, as it were, um, glued together so that I can go through and clean up all the seams on the body and everything without having the position of the legs impeding, uh, you know, the the cleanup process. Gap filling, doing this, cleaning up the seams and all that. That's going to be a lot of work. That's kind of what I was getting at about what you said with the drinking part. Drinking or smoking. Um, I might uh, forget something. Or it's the butterfly effect, where you're telling me something, I don't know, like totally listening to you for like the first 8 seconds, and then my brain goes, a butterfly. And yeah, right, that feels pretty good. Nice and solid. I just realized I'm probably going to need to order more glue just to get this thing put together. All right, don't move. Ah, it's like, no, I'm going to move. I need a belt clamp. Just need a belt clamp to like hold all this shit together at once. There we go. Let's run another bead. Bag of rubber bands. I just assume buy a belt clamp. I think I have one around somewhere, but I don't want to go digging for it in my tool chest right now. So here's my belt clamp. A little bit of UV resin. Like, hey, hold that for me. I like using the clear on shit like this because then I can it develops all the way through. I'll get a good strong hold on it. I think I need to charge my UV light. Depending on how the other side marries up, I'll have pretty minimal prep to do on this joint right here. The other thing, like during the printing process, I had some supports that were like flush with the scales. So I'm gonna have to carefully go through and like clip these off, cut them off, and then I may have some minor repairs to do on the scales. I can just put a thin layer of putty over it and hopefully, theoretically, use that roller to just cruise over it really quick and get a nice imprint. I'm kind of using the X-Acto to carve part of them out to match up the scales. Probably won't know how good it looks until I put some paint on it. Then I might have to go back over and redo it. Unless it's like the bottom of. Actually, I think that'll be the bottom of her belly, so her leg might be in front of it. So who knows? I might get lucky. Won't know until we get there. This is something I consider a passion project, though, so I'm going to be really anal about how everything looks. Hey Chibi, what's happening? How you doing? Happy Friday night, or might be Saturday morning, depending on where you are. Happy day, either way. Happy night. Well, here's another one. I should have brought something to drink down with me. Oh yeah, I was gonna order a beer or two, huh? Yeah, I even forgot that. Got some little nano supports in here that I need to clean up with. Thanks, Chibi. Appreciate you. Yeah, it is currently 9:57 p.m. here in beautiful Southern California. All right. Okay. It's going to go like that. Yeah, that's a big gap there, too. Yep. I might wind up. Yeah, jeez. It's a nasty gap. So sometimes when I have a gap that's like that, and I have something like this to work with, I may actually take my Dremel and cut out this whole section on both sides. And what that does is it forces me to match the seams up with just the edge. I would say it works about 98% of the time. So that's what I'll be doing with this section, I believe. And that's definitely going to be something that happens probably tomorrow. I do not have the bandwidth for that tonight. It's a little late for me. Summer has been kicking my ass during my day job. Yeah. But yeah, definitely want to thank you guys for stopping in and hanging out with me for a little while tonight. That's super awesome. Um, Definitely thank you to all my subscribers. To, can't even tell you how much I appreciate you. I am honored by your presence and your time with my channel. I'm not just talking out of my ass. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I think it's awesome that I kind of started this channel as a little bit of a, not a joke, but it was like, why not? And I've kind of just been falling in love with the whole aspect of, working on stuff like this and hanging out with people online and making new friends. Jerry, Chibi, I think it's awesome you guys stop in and give me your time and hang out while I engage in these crazy ass hobbies we have. And if you guys do anything like this on your channels, definitely let me know. I'd love to go in and subscribe and check it out. I don't watch my own channel in my private time. I watch your guys' channels. So hit me up and let me know. Just leave the link, or let me know you're subscribed to the channel and where to find you, and I will definitely take the time to go check it out. Right now, I'm just, boy, that gap is nasty. That's nasty. That'll be a fun little Got some really good fun uh, gap filling jobs to do here. These sections back here, I was able to print in one piece. All one, two, three. These four sections were all one piece, and then it starts getting. Was it one piece? Yeah, and then it starts breaking up back here, and yeah, this thing is crazy. So, anywho, tomorrow I'll be. I think I'm going to be cutting all this out along with this, and getting that to fit better and glued in place. And then we'll start working on the rest of her belly and all that. It'll be wild. Let's see. I gotta charge my little UV light here. Yeah, it's even dull while it's plugged in. Am I plugged in? Yeah, it's plugged in. All right. Yeah. Oh, now it's getting brighter. Okay. Well, shit. I think I'm done doing shit tonight. I really kind of done. I mean, I could do another. I could do the after section here, get that all fixed up, I guess. But I don't feel like it. I'm fucking tired. I feel like I could go on GTA 5. One of my favorite things about playing GTA 5 is I'll go on and I like to, you know, choose your pick, whatever ride you like. I usually grab one of my low riders or some shit, and I'll cruise down to the casino, and then I spin the wheel. They have the daily spin the wheel thing on the casino, and then after that, I'll go back to the high roller blackjack tables, and I just sit and play blackjack, $10,000 hands. Sometimes I'll do the $50,000 hand. You know, especially if I know I'm going to be able to double down. And then, yeah, that's what I do. Oh, sorry about that. I guess we could figure out what the next section is. Oh, I'm definitely going to get six. That's actually the reason why I started playing GTA 5 again, was because I wanted to get myself primed up. Because I knew, the second it goes live, you get these fucking kids trying to grief you and stuff. I'm like, kid, I've been playing this game since before you were born, and like tonight before I started doing this live stream, I was upstairs just ruining kids. They hear me talking on the mic or something, and they're like, "Oh, old man, let's go kill him." And yeah, I got a surprise. Kids don't want my smoke. Oh, is the music over? I think I played everything by then. Let's find something else, and hopefully I don't get butt raped by the Pandora gods for any reason. Um, my collection. Let's try this. I like a lot of math rock. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That's a band called Hydra. Definitely check them out if you dig this kind of stuff. I think I can put these ones away. I know I'm not going to use these. Oh, these guys are nuts. Yeah, Jerry, I'm on Xbox Series X. If you want to jump back in, I don't know if it's cross-platform now, but if you're on Xbox, man, dude, we should get up. We should get up on in there and mob some shit, kill some kids. Not for real, ladies and gentlemen. Not for real. Just on GTA 5 if you're coming in late, just in case. Don't want anybody freaking out. But yeah, go cruise the casino. Now, what am I gonna do with this glue? Could just throw it away, or create an experiment with it. I don't need this glue because I never use this medium viscosity shit. So I sacrificed the lid. So let's just pour a bunch of super glue into this medicine cup, and we'll see how many days or whatever it takes to dry. Hopefully it doesn't melt the cup. Maybe I should double it up. I have a badass gaming PC myself, but you know what's funny? I don't use it for gaming. I use it for my three. I bought it literally just to be so my slicer so it could handle my slicer. The only game I have on there is StarCraft, and it obviously plays that like easy. There, we'll double it up. All right, so we have super glue in a medicine cup. And we're gonna see how many days it takes to dry. I'm just gonna leave it out somewhere. I don't know why. It just seems like fun. Should we stick something in it? Let's. There. That's the broken cap. It's not gonna want to stay up. Of course not. I guess it doesn't matter. I could just lean it over to one side. Why not? What else could we sacrifice to this little cup of glue? I'm looking around my studio here for something I could sacrifice to that super glue. Ooh, I do have a small piece of magnetite because it's magnetic. I could throw that in the bottom of the cup, and then the cup will be magnetic. It'll be a cup filled with super glue that's magnetic, that literally serves no purpose at all. There, it's going in. What else? What the fuck else? Oh, that's too funny. I'm definitely tired and a little delirious about this week. I think I need to charge this guy up too. It's been a long ass week. I don't do too well with heat either. Oh yeah, this is another thing I'm going to use is some epoxy. In fact, I might use epoxy to fit part of this together. I've never tried this stuff before, but I'll kind of be reviewing that as well. That's something fun we could do. We could just open this for now. Kind of a neat package. Gorilla makes some good stuff. And for those of you wondering, because I know everybody's wondering, no, I'm not sponsored by Gorilla Glue. But hey, Gorilla Glue, if you want to sponsor something, I'm listening. I'm here. I'm here for you. There, see, Gorilla Glue. Yeah, supposed to be some good shit. Oh, hey, this is kind of cool. Look what they did. They put. I didn't see that before. So there's a little spreading. Whoa, that's not good. That could have been really bad. That almost got me in my no-no bits. So they included as part of the package a little stir sticky thingy. Looks like a little miniature snow shovel. Thanks, Gorilla Glue. I'll use it. So you can squirt it out and then mix up your shit. And yeah, I'm not a big epoxy guy. I haven't used it a lot, so I'm gonna try that out. See how it works. Oh no, our little lid tipped over. It looks kind of cool. We'll just leave it like that. I just gotta set it over here and see what happens. Actually, I don't feel safe setting it there. I feel like my wife would figure out a way to bump into it or something. Mm, yeah, we'll put it right there. I'm also a little OCD, so things have to be in certain places or I'm not happy. That's what I'm thinking, Jerry, about the epoxy. Like, this thing is going to be so fucking huge that, yeah. At one point, I even had an idea of, like, parts of it that I am going to hollow out and I have huge gaps to fill. I was thinking, like, okay, so I glue this together and I've hollowed out the center. I could inject um, expanding foam into it, and then that expanding foam would find its way up to the surface here and kind of seal in the gaps. And then I would have that much less material that I would have to lay down on top of it to seal in the gap, if that makes sense. That was a little idea I had. I don't know if anybody else has ever done that or seen someone that's done it. So if you have, feel free to call me out. Um, but it was just an idea I had. That's what I'm thinking, especially if it's like resistant to. I mean, it could be like I put, expanding foam in there, and the foam isn't like UV resin or putty resistant or something, and it reacts to it in a negative way. I don't know. So there's going to be some experimentation going on as there. Whoa, there will be some fuckery taking place while I am putting this whole thing together. I've just been thinking ahead a lot, probably overthinking in a lot of cases, but thinking ahead about issues that might come up that I need to solve. That's just kind of how my brain works. I try to figure things out in my head before I get to it. And that was one idea I had. After I cut all this section out, there and here, I can use the tip of a expanding foam thing, stick it in there, you know, kind of glue it together, and then stick that expanding foam in there, and then watch it fill in the gaps, and then shave off the excess, you know, carve into it a little bit, and then fill in the seam, which at that point the seam would be much smaller, and you would have to use a lot less putty or resin to fill in the gap to the point where you can start, you know, leaving your skin imprints and cleaning up the seams better and stuff. So yeah, you get the idea. That was something I was thinking of. So there's a possible tip for you, Jerry. I don't. That's something I thought of that or Jerry or anybody who sees this. That's just something I thought of. Like I said, if it's not an original idea, post it in the comments. Especially if you have a link, I would love to check out the video and see if it worked for whoever did it. Um, that would be cool. So yeah. Anyways, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm exhausted. I need to get upstairs and have a little snacky snack, and probably order a beer or two from DoorDash. So, Jerry, everyone watching, hanging out, thanks for stopping in and checking this out. This is Boga. She's coming along. Um, if you weren't here earlier, we've got part of her head. I'll just kind of show you guys this real quick. This is part of her head here. And you can see it in my hands. It's quite sizable. She is she is gigantic. This is her neck right here. If I can hold this together. So, and then her feathers. She's got like a headdress of feathers that come off behind her. She's really cool looking. But yeah, this is Boga, and of course, she is Obi-Wan Kenobi's faithful steed in Revenge of the Sith when she goes after General Grievous. She gets shot at one point too, and she falls down the cliff, and we never hear from her again. I always wonder, like, God, I hope she lives, man. Wait, into GTA 5 in case any Leo is watching. I, I don't. I'm not sure if I understand what you're saying, Jerry. Sorry. So I'm looking for more flat pieces, obviously. No, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't either. Oh, getting warm. Oh, there we go. There's another piece. This is where Obi-Wan Kenobi's saddle is going to sit. I think I found the other piece to it. It's right here. Yep. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best play for this section is to glue all four pieces into one section and fit them together one at a time. That's how that's going to work. So we know those are the next two pieces. We'll set these aside for tomorrow. So there we are. That's where we are so far. This is just I'm still taken aback, blown away by how insanely huge this model is. Go shoot some 12-year-olds, and then I realized kind of so kind of bad. Yes, we are definitely talking about GTA 5 because kids are always trying to kill us old fuckers, and they don't realize that us Generation X guys, we've been playing this game forever, and we will destroy you in that video game. That's all we're saying. So don't freak out, parents. We're parents too, or at least I am. I know Jerry is. Yeah, I got a kiddo, 22-year-old daughter. Oh, all right. Yeah. Anyways, I'm beat. Uh, I'm gonna close it up by saying thank you everyone for hanging out. Jerry, appreciate you. Everybody else that's in the I can't see who all's here, so drop a line, say hi, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when I'm going live and all that fun stuff. Um, this is gonna be a huge project. Gonna be a lot of fun working on this with you guys. Um, I will say that I do have some possible commissions coming up. And when it comes to commissions, when somebody hands me money to do something for them, I stop what I'm doing for myself and I get onto that. So that is a possibility that we may have to put this on hold if I have a commission come through. Some of my models sell well. My models basically sell for anywhere between $400 to $1,500 in some cases. Um, so if I get a commission, that's good money. I'm going to take it and go with it. And it's usually something I don't really want to do, but I want to do it because it's something different from my normal thinking about what I want to do when I'm 3D printing and painting something. So yeah. Anyways, you guys all have a good night. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Happy 3D printing. Happy painting. And I will talk to you soon. Toodles.